Alright, it's time to slow things down a bit. Let's bring it down a few notches. No, a few more. Bring it down a few more. Few more, come on, down. Come on down. Bring it on down. Few more. We're going slow. A Fire in the Cold Season is brought to us by director Justin Oke and stars Stephen Oates as Scott. Scott's a trapper that lives in the Canadian wilderness and pretty much stays to himself for the most part. One day while out in the woods, he discovers a body down by the river. Now he doesn't know who this guy is, not at all, has no association with him whatsoever. But after looking into him, he becomes infatuated with the woman that this man lived with and the mother of his soon-to-be child. He feels somewhat obligated to her for some reason because he found the body. It had nothing to do with the circumstances surrounding why the guy died, but he, for whatever reason, feels obligated to help this woman out. Now, apparently this guy was into some bad shit, and there's some bad guys that were looking for him, and now subsequently, since they can't find him or they know that he's dead, they're looking for the woman that lived with him because she might have something that he had that they want. So of course, when they come for her, Scott feels obligated to her, so he also feels obligated to protect her. And that's what he does, or at least tries to do. Now this is a slow burn drama, so in order for a slow burn drama to work, you gotta have some really good performances. And I will give this movie that much. Our performances are all pretty good. Nothing great, but nothing bad either. Overall, everybody does a really solid job. The story is fairly simple, and this movie is very well made. It's well acted, it's shot well, and overall just looks pretty good. And although the story is fairly simple, that doesn't mean it can't be interesting. And it could have been if it weren't so fucking drawn out. This movie is so slow. Like, this movie brings all new meaning to the word slow burn. Now, slow burn does not necessarily mean boring. A slow burn doesn't mean it's not interesting. It just means that it is a slower moving film. But this movie is like snail's pace slow. To the point to where, unfortunately, it's just boring a lot of the times because you're just looking at your watch waiting for something, anything to fucking happen. Around the 40-minute mark, 40 minutes, interesting things actually start to happen. And you think, okay, well, it's been 40 minutes, but hey, I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth. Shit's happening, I'm cool with it, let's go. And then a few minutes later, shit just goes back to Slowsville, and it's just slow as fuck again. It's not till like the final 10 minutes that things actually get a bit exciting, that something is actually happening. And I'm not saying I need like action all over the place. No, it could just be people fucking talking. I'm cool with that, but it's not even that. It's not even people talking and like story and development and character development, things of that nature. It's just stuff happening. Just stuff. It's not even character development. We see these characters do a lot of things, but we don't ever really learn anything about these characters. We see what they do day to day in life, and sure, that's great. I guess we learn a little something about them, seeing their day-to-day routine, but we don't ever really learn anything deeper than that. Spend a ton of time with them, but we don't know fuck all shit about them, really. And by the time we get to that ending where things actually do start to happen and get a bit more exciting and interesting, at that point, it's just too little too late. Not just that, but the payoff that we get isn't totally satisfying. I mean, it's okay, but it's just that. It's just okay. Which is really disappointing because, like I said, the performances here are very solid. This is a very well-made, technically, movie. The story, although simple, could have still been interesting. But holy shit, it is so slow. If they had just tightened up that pace a whole lot, not just a bit, but a whole lot, then yeah, it would have made the movie shorter, but it would have made for an overall better experience as well. This movie could have actually been entertaining had it not wasted so much fucking time on abso-fucking-lutely nothing. I mean, it's good looking, well acted abso-fucking-lutely nothing, but it doesn't change the fact that it is still abso-fucking-lutely nothing. At the end of the day, guys, there's just not much more to say about this movie. There's not a lot more I can bitch about. There's not a lot much more I can praise. It's well acted and well made, but it is slow as fucking shit to the point of boredom. And as I have said time and time again, the one thing you can't do in a movie is be boring, because you are entertainment at the end of the day. And if you're not entertaining, then you're not doing the one job you had. And A Fire in the Cold Season does not fulfill that one job, which is why, unfortunately, this movie is only worth checking out on USA Up All Night.
It's not worth it.
Hi, I'm Gilbert Gottfried.
Hi, it's Yolanda on USA Up All Night.
It's okay. It's just not worth it.
I really hate giving that rating to a movie that is technically made and performed so good. I mean, this isn't like the best looking or best acted movie ever, but it is pretty damn competent. They did a really good job with the performances and just the overall look of the movie. But for fuck's sake, it is so fucking mind-numbingly boring. And that's just the worst thing in the world you can do when it comes to a movie. You can't be fucking boring. So for the vast majority of people, there's not really much of any reason to check this movie out, unfortunately. So there it is, guys, my review of A Fire in the Cold Season. What the fuck does that even mean anyway? If you enjoyed, want more content like this, hit that subscribe button and help my little channel grow. If you liked what I had to say, give me a like. If not, let me know in the comments below why. And as always, stay sexy, Ottawa. I almost didn't finish this movie, man. I mean, like, it took a lot for me to finish it. I had to rewind it quite a bit because while I'd be watching it, there was so much nothing going on and I would get so bored and distracted. I'd be like paying attention to something else altogether and then realize, oh wait, something was just said. Let me rewind it a bit. And most times when I would get to whatever it was that was being said, it didn't fucking make a difference at all. It was just kind of, okay, whatever. This movie was just really fucking tough to get through though. Jesus, it was boring. Man, I need to start watching other people's reviews on smaller movies before I sit down and watch them from now on. Probably save myself a whole lot of heartache in some situations.